It's good play and sloppy play. I think every good team's post-game press conference is going. There's probably 100 and some coaches going to be saying the same thing I'm saying tonight. We're going to be a lot better a month from now, better 2 months from now. But this is a good start for a lot of things. Our defense was really good the second half. We held that team to 19 points. I'd like to play a little faster, our pace, but the reason why our pace was so good against somebody earlier, like Baylor and Angelo State, is because we rebounded better. It seemed like we had the ball bounce off our shoulders or couldn't pick it up or something, and that would have gotten us out in transition. But we like to play fast, but a positive is you win a game by 28 points without your best player. But, we knew Rob wasn't going to play since April. We've known that for 6 months. But he's been running. He played against Baylor. He played the scrimmage. He played against Angelo State. This week I had him on the white team exclusively. Probably should have put him on the white team a little bit earlier, but he's just going to miss the one game. But we've got some guys who can really shoot the basketball. Corey's a very good shooter. He should have been 3 for 3 from the three tonight. He had his toe on the line on 2 of his threes. That should have been 3 for 3. Armani obviously is a very good shooter. Wes is an outstanding shooter. And Rob Gray's an outstanding shooter. Shot 38% last year. So, but I think our bigs can play better. Bigs always play better when they have bigs to play against. It's hard for 6'10" guys to play against 6'5" guys. It really is. You may not see the strength of our inside guys until we play a team that has good inside guys or good depth or good size. I should say good size, not good inside players. But Fabian looked like a freshman at times tonight. I think he's going to be outstanding. We just need to keep playing games, keep getting better. You can tell that we're going to be a good team eventually. We're not today, but I like where we're headed with this group.
Kelvin, just to get this out of the way, can you give us any details on what exactly happened with Rob?
Yeah, I'll tell you exactly what happened. This is exactly what happened. There's an NCAA rule that I think it was in March. It wasn't even April, because I know exactly where I was when I got the call from our compliance office. Rob's friends were playing at Second Baptist Church in a basketball game, believe it or not. And one of his friends, unbeknownst to Rob, paid a $5 fee for the team. And I think they had pennies. You know what pennies are? Those different colored things. And he played in the game. That was the violation. Nothing more, nothing less. Can't do that.
Is that also because, did it have officials or all that?
Student officials. It was a rec league game. Nothing more. Actually church, because it was their church. So he played in a church league game, and there was a $5 entry fee. And someone paid it for him. That was what signaled the violation. Was somebody paid the $5 entry fee for a basketball game.
For the entire team, not just for Rob.
I'm not sure about that.
Just there was a fee.
Yeah, that's a good question. I know it as part of when we got the ruling from the NCAA, they said he had to repay the $5 and he had to sit out a game. I'm not going to say anything.
And just with Armani coming in, got off to a really hot start.
Yeah, obviously, Armani's been playing well. Armani's been really playing good in practice. That's why I like our depth. Corey and Galen tonight had 10 assists and 2 turnovers. So you don't look at our statistics individually, you look at it in terms of groupings. It's like we have so many committee positions. 10 assists, 2 turnovers for those point guards. Pretty good first night, especially with Galen. We didn't see Galen July, August, September, October. He didn't start practicing until the middle of October, so he's still working his way in. I just think this team has a lot of potential. I really do. We've got good players at multiple positions. And the reason I think we're going to get better is not based on tonight, it's based on practice. We can practice. You know, if we put two teams out there, Galen's team is against Corey's team. So those two guys are playing against each other through the duration of practice. That makes them better because there's competition there. You know, Rob is going head-to-head against Armani. You know, Armani got his brains beat in every day last year by Damian Dotson. He didn't realize that was an NBA player. Well, Rob's pretty good too now. So Armani's gone from playing 2 hours against Dot every day to having to play 2 hours against against Rob. And then you have Gabe Grant against Wes Van Beck and Mike Adewumne. So that's depth. You know, it took us a while to get here. That wasn't going to happen our first and second year. But we finally got here with depth. And then you look up front, Fabian is going against Devin every day. And then up front you've got Chris and Breon, Nura and Val, you know, and so that's why we're going to be pretty good. I didn't know what to expect tonight because I haven't been around this team very much in terms of games. You know, practice in games. You know, I see them in practice, but you know, you like to see them in a game. You know, it didn't feel like we won by 28, but we did a lot of good things. You know, and you can see our parts. Our parts are going to be together eventually. And we're going to get Rob Gray back in there. And as good as our guards were shooting the ball tonight, we're better with Rob.
All right, you talked about the bigs earlier, and I noticed you mixed around the power forward and centers a lot. Was that you just getting different looks, or can we expect that kind of depth every single game?
Not like that. I mean, in a game like this, you can afford to substitute a little more freely. You know, if we had been playing, say, Arkansas tonight, probably wouldn't have subbed like that. But we do have depth. You know, the easy thing for me is like Breon Brady only played 23 minutes tonight, but he had 10 rebounds. You know, it's pretty good. I don't think we've had a five-man get 10 rebounds since I've been here. I might be mistaken on that. I think Kyle Meyer didn't have 10 rebounds one game, didn't he? Yeah. But Breon gets in his first game in only 23 minutes. But Nora can get 10 rebounds too, and so can Chris. You know, but they're, you know, Chris and Nora and Breon's never going to play together. They all play the same position, so they're always going to be on the floor with either Fabian, Cedric, or Devin. But if we go small, you can play once we get Fabian up to speed. Fabian's been playing well in practice. You know, tonight he's, you know, he just looked like he was somewhere over the rainbow. I don't know what his deal was. But you can go small with Sid and Devin and Fabian, two of those three also. But we've got some versatility in our lineups, but we got depth in the backcourt. We have depth up front.
Kevin, I got time for one more question. I got to get the players in here. Anybody else?
Andrew, go ahead. You got one more?
Well, speaking of Breon Brady, you guys seemed, I don't know if it was considered effort, but he got the ball a lot in the post, and, you know, was that something you guys liked in the matchup, or just the fact that Brady was a good post player?
A little of both. If he wasn't a good post player, obviously we would throw him the ball, but he's a pretty good scorer. You just notice the post move that Chris had there at the end? Yeah. He's going to be, he's showing signs, he's developing. Our best low post scorer is Breon or Fabian. Fabian's a good low post scorer. He didn't show it tonight, but he'll have games where he has 12, 14 this year. You know, we'll have games where we have 5, 6, 7 guys in double figures too. But our best passer is Rob. That's what he does best. He had 11 assists against Baylor. He had, I think, 5 or 6 against. He'll, you know, we'll put different kind of lineups out there this year that will cause problems. Our deal is just defending and rebounding. The one area that jumps out to me that we've got to get a lot better in, though, is taking care of the ball. You know, turnovers early in the year is always a big bugaboo. We just got to keep working on that.
Armani, perfect shooting in the first half, and you ended up leading the team in scoring. What was the offense seeing in the defense that was able to get you those looks?
We were just playing as a team. There was a lot of ball movement, and it just found me to the open with an open shot. And if it's open, I have the ultimate confidence in myself to shoot it, and my teammates have the confidence in me to keep shooting it too. So
Armani, did this feel like high school? For those of us who saw some of your tape, you were known to score in high school. It just looked like once you got going out there early, you were looking for the ball as much as you could get it.
Yeah, I hit my couple shots, my first couple shots, and my teammates had the utmost confidence in me, and they kept finding me. So if they have confidence in me, I have confidence in myself.
A little bit more to pick up the load with with Rob not being able to play tonight, and knowing that they were counting on you there to pick up a little bit of his scoring.
Yeah, having Rob Gray out is a big loss because he's a great scorer. He can score with anybody. So having him out, somebody had to step up, and it just happened to be me tonight. It could have easily been Wes or Gabe or anybody else. It just happened to be me tonight.
Well, for this game, Cougs obviously didn't have Rob Gray. You lost another three-point shooter in the draft, but you two were able to pick up the production from three. Is that written into the offense, and should we expect more of that in the future?
Yeah, we just try to move the ball and just kind of let the ball find the shooter. So it's not necessarily, people looking for me or looking for Armani. It's just kind of let's move the ball around a few times, and eventually, someone's going to be open. Tonight it was me and Armani. So, Coach always preaches move the ball, so that's what we try to do.
Well, Wes, I saw you kind of limped off the court in the second half, but then you just came back in with a huge block, so I'm guessing you're good.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, no, I had some minor cramps. So
Okay.
got some water, got some Powerade, that was good.
Armani, coach mentioned that last year, pretty much every day in practice, you had to go up against Dot. Little did you know he'd be an NBA player, and then now this year you're banging every day with Rob. What's that like in terms of preparation and helping your game to go against those two guys on a daily basis?
I feel like going against Dot and Rob every day, it just helps. It helps me figure out what I have to do to be as good as them one day. Guarding them, it's not easy. Guarding Dot every day was the toughest thing I've ever had to do in my life, and even Rob and Wes are the two hard people to guard because they can both drive and they can both shoot. So I feel like guarding them really helps my game overall develop.
And was just something different? Was it different tonight just with the guys you have, and now you can kind of go inside out as a lot more than maybe you have in the past, knowing that those guys are there? Is that a big change this year?
Yeah, I think the attention that those guys bring to the defense kind of opens up the floor a little bit, and Breon's tough down there. Nura is strong down there as well. So the attention, the defense kind of sucks in when those two guys have the ball in the post, and it helps with our ball movement because when the defense sucks in, Breon's great at making that extra pass out and then finding the shooter. So.